later we're going to get Vanuatu against Fiji, but New Zealand are going to play Tonga in this match. Glenn Lama's my name. Thank you for joining us. And at the moment, it's New Zealand in the box seat in this pool with 2 wins from 2 games. And Tonga have had a struggle at this tournament with 2 losses so far. And this should, in fact, New Zealand's already confirmed its spot in the semi-finals. They just need the 1 point from either a draw or, of course, a win as well. And that will mean they will top Pool A going into the semi-finals. But let's remind you what happened in Group B with the 2 games played today. Tahiti have topped that group. They had an excellent win over New Caledonia, 5-3 today. That eliminated New Caledonia from semi-final contention. They will, of course, come back for classification matches coming up on day 4 of the tournament. Earlier too, the Solomon Islands had a very convincing win over Samoa by 13-2, so they grabbed 2nd spot, the 6-time former champions. So Tahiti and Solomon Islands are the 2 teams that will go through to the semi-finals from Group B. As we check out Group A now, this is where we stand with those 2 games to come. So New Zealand's touched on needing just the 1 point to totally confirm that they will be top spot, which is what they're favoured to do. They still need 1 more point to do that. Otherwise, they could be overhauled with a loss today on goal differential by Vanuatu or Fiji, depending on that result coming up a little bit later on today. So let's have a look at the Tongan team, and here is their captain today, Samisi Otukolu, and he is their goalkeeper as well. Other starting players, Aho, Uhatahi, Aho and Polavili, and we've seen Unaloto Aho start against Vanuatu and Hemoloto Polavili start in both the 2 previous matches. And of note there, number 6, Atieli Aho, is just 16 years old and a talent coming through the Tongan system. So looking forward to seeing him play, the coach, Manu Tolo. And here is the New Zealand team. There is a change today. New keepers coming in to start the game. That is Patrick Steele. Otherwise, it's an unchanged starting lineup with Rahan Ali, Logan Wisniewski, Dylan Manikin, the captain, and Jordan Ditford. So we've got plenty of experience and talent on the bench as well. And the coach is Marvin Eakins. So those are the 2 lineups, and we're looking forward to seeing them out here shortly. But just before we do, we have this very important OFC message again about safeguarding, and the video is titled, "It's a Penalty."
Every child has a right to be safe from abuse and exploitation
during their lives and as they play sport.
Globally, 1 in 8 children are abused or exploited before the age of 18.
The majority of those affected are girls.
In most cases, a child is abused by someone they know.
We stand with It's a Penalty to keep kids safe.
Join us.
If you suspect abuse, report it.
It's a penalty.
So both teams getting set to come on here for this match. Tonga with games played against Vanuatu and Fiji. A tough game for them based on this game coming up is going to be tough for them based on what we've seen Tonga produce so far, but I'm sure we will be very impressed by their attitude and also their commitment to the cause of this game. New Zealand comes into this match with 2 wins from 2 so far. Vanuatu, they beat 6-3, Fiji 7-2. Tonga losing to Fiji 9-0 and Vanuatu 20-2. So the winner of this tournament. Remember, it's through to the World Cup in Uzbekistan next year. Big reward for this winning team. New Zealand are the defending champions of this tournament, having won last year against the Solomon Islands.
Fans, welcome to the field of play, the national flags of Tonga and New Zealand.
Officials now for the Chalmanya Wahil from New Caledonia, Hiro Ligny of Tahiti, Lump of New Caledonia, to be assisted by Saudi Arabia's Ismail Musawid. Give it a good crack in this game. Christopher Kefu has scored both of his team's 2 goals in the tournament so far. The Tongan under-19s football captain last year, 20-year-old with some promise coming through the Tongan system. Both goals against Vanuatu in yesterday's pool match. Change of goalkeeper today. Mike Antamanov not starting today. Patrick Steele getting his opportunity, the 22-year-old from Waikato. There's Geordie Didford, the 25-year-old Bloomsbury futsal player, pro-based in England these days. 9-10, this is his 20th game for New Zealand. And he scored 9 goals in his New Zealand career so far, including 2 against Fiji earlier on in this tournament. Standing by now for the national anthems of both countries, New Zealand and Tonga.
And now the national anthem of New Zealand.
So not far away from the start between New Zealand and Tonga in this pool A match here at the OFC Men's FUTSAL Nations Cup for 2023. Final pool game for both sides. 11th match of the tournament. We head into classification and semi-finals coming up on day 4. Reminding you that the 2 semi-finals from Pool B have been decided. Tahiti have finished on top. Solomon Islands finished second. So if New Zealand can either draw or win this game, it will be a confirmed matchup with the Solomon Islands in the semi-finals. The 4th and final game on day 4 of the tournament. Tonga, of course, will be trying their best against a decent New Zealand side at the moment. Captained by Semesi Otakolo today. Stella Manicum, of course, a very experienced football player as well. He played for New Zealand's premier club team, Auckland City, for some years now. Playing in the New Zealand Premiership or New Zealand Football Championship since 2014. He's 31 years of age now. But of course, he's just become the most capped New Zealand futsal player of all time. Just linking past the coach of the team, Marvin Akins, who held that record before this tournament started. So Tonga in the red, New Zealand in the white. As we get set for kick-off in this OFC FUTSAL Nations Cup match. I'll get that later on today. Vanuatu play Fiji, and that is looking like pretty much a knockout game. The way that's all set up, whoever wins that will go through to the semi-finals. So we're underway, and it's Tonga in the red, New Zealand in the white in this match. So New Zealand don't have to wait too long before they get the ball. Yes, Wisniewski It'll be interesting to see their tactics in this game against a New Zealand team looking to impose themselves early in this game. Ditford. Snewski over to the right-hand side, so switches with Ditford. Ditford again. Snewski, so New Zealand just happy to knock it around at the back with Manikim as well. Manikim. And over with Snewski again. Looking for Rahan Ali up high, but I'm able to get it to him. Although it will be a corner. So here's a chance for New Zealand to cook something up with Wisniewski. Just couldn't quite link up with Ali. Wisniewski already had 2 goals in the tournament so far, 1 in each game that New Zealand's played. One by Tonga in the air, but in the end New Zealand have it again through Ali. Manikim. Such a great servant of New Zealand futsal since debuting in 2014. He's got the ball now again, Dylan Manikim. Ali. Patient play by New Zealand. Oh, and patient until Manikim has a crack. And New Zealand score from their first real chance in the game. Just created space for himself and then buried it. Did Dylan Manikim. And there we are in the 2nd minute. It's 1-0 already. Manikim second goal of the tournament for him. Scored in the 1st minute against Vanuatu in the first game New Zealand played, and now he scored a first goal in the 2nd minute here. Just a reminder, Tonga got to absolutely shut down everything. As Wisniewski. New Zealand can very deliberate. Tonga are all behind the play, looking to create some space again, New Zealand. But Tonga have it. It's just gone out of play there for Uhatahi. So New Zealand are going to get the ball back through Ditford once more. Wisniewski. Almost a second right there. Ali hitting the post. He's still got another chance. Almost a brilliantly worked move again by New Zealand. Manikim taking a bit of a shot there from Polavili. He's okay. Tonga come forward now for the first time in the game. Onoloto Aho. Oh. And that was worth a crack from long range on New Zealand's Patrick Steele, but in the end it was wide. So here's Manikim. Snewski to Manikim again. New Zealand will be able to keep the pressure on here. With a foul just conceded outside the blue zone. So here's Wisniewski. So Wisniewski with this free kick. This is going to be interesting to see what happens here. Tries to get it right through the heavy traffic, does Wisniewski. Always going to be hard to get through the wall of red on that occasion. Always likely to take a deflection, wasn't it, with 3 players between Wisniewski and the goal. Mannequin tries to disrupt. And Tonga will keep possession. At the Eli Aho. Ali, there's a good turn for New Zealand. Yes, this is looking promising for Didford. Sneaking in there behind. Oh, he tried the spectacular finish. Ended up not getting anywhere near it. And now here comes Polavili. Well, he's lost it to Didford. And now New Zealand will calm it down again. Couple of subs coming in is Ethan Martin, and also Sharplin is on now. Also coming on is Oban Hawkins. So here's Hawkins now with Sharplin. So several subs coming into the game there for New Zealand. Again, New Zealand happy to knock it around. Martin over to Hawkins again from Southern United. Sharplin just quite tried to flick it there to Art Twig. Never got it to him as Tonga try and get on the break now. And New Zealand are able to win it back again. There's Martin from the Waikato Rapids team. There's 3 of their players in this New Zealand team at the moment, including the keeper Patrick Steele. Sharplin the other one. So there's a good connection to the back here for New Zealand with all those 3 from the same club. Now Martin again. Well, that is straight missed by Art Twig. So score remains 1-0, that goal in the 2nd minute to Dylan Mannequin. Tonga's coach Manu Tualo. Pressure on the number 8 for Tonga right here. That's Manu Olevao. And he's been hassled big time by Hawkins. And it is going to be actually a free kick to New Zealand. So again, from an interesting attacking position, Ethan Martin and Oban Hawkins are behind the ball here. Up high near the goalmouth is Art Twig. Let's see what happens here. Going to be left for Martin. Hawkins. Well, the keeper came out, didn't he? Otakolo. Martin Otakolo is getting the ball underway, but you can see New Zealand are quite happy to hold the ball at the back here. Just maintain and possession, keep the ball. Here's Sharplin. Now over to Martin again. Oh, they were looking for that little deflection play. It wasn't far away either as Casey Sharplin raced in there. I said on a similar commentary that very similar to crash ball in hockey, that where they just play it in towards the player and they're just looking for a little deflection. That makes it extraordinarily difficult for the keeper to keep out. It's a very useful tactic. Just didn't quite execute at that time, New Zealand. Here's Sharplin. So Martin again trying to find, it was Twig up front, or in fact it was Hawkins who'd made a run forward. Tonga are going for a long-range shot again. Not to be, as Patrick still not bothered with that one. Ethan Martin comes forward again, the 23-year-old. His 10th game for New Zealand today. Tonga's tactics are pretty clear, aren't they? They're just going to play direct and not be shy on putting up shots. But New Zealand have got the ball back again. Sharpland, that's a good ball. Back to Martin. Otukolo saves twice. Good stops by the Tongan keeper. And now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Here's a chance. Tonga with a big chance there to equalise. And going wide, unfortunately for them, was Manu Oliva'o. Well, once they broke clear, it was hard luck there for Manu Oliva'o. 17-year-old coming through the Tongan under-17 futsal team earlier on in the year. How good would have he been if he'd got that goal to square things up in this first half? Now that's straight at New Zealand's Ali. Paulson does well to keep it in the field of play. Adam Paulson, younger brother of Alex Paulson, who plays for the Phoenix and has played for the All Whites as well. It's a goalkeeper. And again, Otukolo is down to effect a stop for Tonga. So now New Zealand come forward again. And Paulson races up to inject himself into the game. Stephen Ashby Peckham is on as well for New Zealand. Paulson. There he is again. Ray. So Coach Marvin Eakins giving all of these players a bit of a run at the moment, and there's another good stop by Otukolo. There's a chance for New Zealand again. Now the keeper's in trouble. Couldn't quite swing it back to Hamish Gray. And in the end, the goal is not scored by New Zealand, so good work by Tonga. Keep the New Zealand team out again. Gray. Nice turn there from Rahan Ali, and he's taken down. Game for New Zealand today for Ali. He scored 9 goals in his New Zealand career. And here's Hamish Gray. Former pro at an Italian club last year. Also played in Australia and Spain. Played at the OFC Nations Cup last year as well. Yeah, simple finish there, and there's a goal. Stephen Ashby Peckham scored it for New Zealand. A simple play there that confused the defence from Tonga. And it's Stephen Ashby Peckham. It's first goal of the tournament for him. It's 2-0 New Zealand. Good solid finish to both the goals they've scored. Mighty New Zealand just need a draw to lock up top spot in this pool heading into the semi-finals tomorrow. And if they do that, they will play the Solomon Islands in the semi-finals. Now here's a chance for Tonga. Deflected away by Ali. So what Tonga do, Falevai, and now coming forward is Aho once again. He's lost it out of play, so it's going to be New Zealand possession. Here's Gray for New Zealand. Ashby Peckham, the goal scorer. So all the New Zealanders have had a taste of court time already, except for Thomas Pickham and Mike Antamanov, who's backup goalkeeper today. Just to see if Marvin Eakins gets those two guys involved as well. Technical infringement there by Tonga at best, really. And now here come New Zealand again through Adam Paulson. Good pass from Ashby Peckham. Makes the run into the area and can't get the return pass though. Falevai is working hard on this right side of the court. Creates something for his team. Also out there at the moment for Tonga. Setaleki Fisi. So here comes the corner. Fisi had a crack there, but it was well off target. To Gray. Now Paulson again. He's going to look to up the pace a little bit in this attacking foray. Nicely kept in court there by Ali, and that's going to be a corner. Deflected away, and here comes Olivili again for Tonga. New Zealand go back in defence. Super quick time. Ali able to turn. Long ranger! Stephen Ashby Peckham with a second, and that was a beauty. Second goal for him in the game, and his 14th in his New Zealand career. And that was sweet, that one. What a beauty. 3-0 is the score. Halfway through this first half. New Zealand with a very professional performance so far. Quite happy just to bide their time, not really pull the trigger too early when they get the ball. Able to knock it around on a lot of occasions. Just looking to manipulate the Tongan defence to the point where they can see the space and opportunity arising. Kefu couldn't make the turn. Good to see Christopher Kefu out there. Got those 2 goals against Vanuatu. Thomas Pickham is out there now. He's wearing 5. Mannequin back out there too. Doesn't get any easier for the Tongan team. New Zealand got a good solid squad of players. And they're working hard off the ball too. It's going to be a free kick. Nicely manipulating the defence there was Geordie Ditford. Mannequin. Mannequin again. Pickham stays back. Another Auckland City player. Of course, a lot of these players very comfortable playing with each other at Auckland City. Now Mannequin. Nicely gathered there by Otukolo. And a nice outlet play too from him. Picking out there. That's actually going to go against Tonga. In all, there are 6 players from Auckland City in this New Zealand lineup. Wisniewski, not one of them. He's over in the UK at the moment. Wisniewski, of course, the older brother of Grace, who very fine player for New Zealand. Hopefully she can make her way back into the New Zealand team soon. Manacum is still out there, the New Zealand captain, and nice effort there from Christopher Kefu to create something for Tonga. There he is right there, the 20-year-old. A few of these Tongan players have already made their way into rep football and outside as well. Here in the futsal team for this tournament is Thomas Picken. Picken again, can't quite control it. Manacum gets himself between the ball and the opponent, and here come New Zealand again, and suddenly it's a 3-on-3. Good work by Ditford to disrupt the Tongan team, but able to come forward now, Tonga. It's Kefu. Again, good pressure by New Zealand's defenders. So here's Manacum again. Manacum once more, and in space. Oh, here's a walk-in goal. Beautifully finished, I think. Ditford's walked it in, but has been taken out. And scoring that goal. Hope Geordie Ditford's okay. But yeah, Manacum given too much space, and that was a lovely touch from Picken. And that right there behind the leg there from the Tonga number 14, that's Fisi. Ditford is okay, thankfully. So 4-0. It's New Zealand who move further clear. Ditford able to get on the scoring sheet for this third goal of the tournament. Here's Manacum winning the ball, but I think he got the ball illegally as Uhatahi. Actually going to have a timeout for Tonga here. As coach Manu Tualo calls his team in for a chat. So 4 goals in the first 13 minutes of this game. Dylan Manacum in the second minute. Ashby Peckham with 2 in the 9th and the 10th. Second of his goals was a beauty. And then Geordie Ditford in the 13th minute. Just a minute of playing time ago. But everything going to plan here for Marvin Eakins. He's getting good squad rotation in his lineup. So New Zealand doing what they need to do to get the job done. Secure top spot. And lock in that semi-final matchup with the Solomon Islands. The other team from Pool B is Tahiti. They topped Group B. They'll play the winner, or the second place qualifier rather, of Group A, which will be determined later today when Vanuatu play Fiji. Both of those teams at the moment on 3 points. So clearly whoever wins that game will go through as the other semi-finalist. But if it's a draw, then we go to goal differential. So let's see what Tonga can do off the timeout. Manacum wins it nicely. Olevao is still out there. Manacum gets himself in the way and wins the ball legally. So New Zealand have got it through Picken. Here's Wisniewski again. Picken not quite able to link there that time with Ditford up front. Backtracking here is Kefu. Manicum just getting a little bit on the aggressive side there for the referee on that far side of the court. Polavili. It's long range again, looking for Falavai, but not finding him. Now here's Ditford. Pickin. Hawkins and rotation coming on with Martin coming back and Sharplin. Hawkins, Martin, there's another one coming on. Sakali's back on now. Twig maybe. Here comes Hawkins. Nice play from Twig. Martin. It's going to come off the New Zealanders, so it's going to be Tongan possession. Ethan Martin there from Waikato, 23 years of age. 10th game for New Zealand today. Long ranger, and that has come off. Martin for a corner. In fact, Hawkins for the corner. So here's a chance for Tonga. Power on that shot as Sharplin easily cuts that out, and there is an interesting challenge right there. If Martin had got clear of his defender there, that might have really opened up for New Zealand. Polavili it was making the challenge. Yeah, that's clumsy. That is probably lucky to not concede a yellow card. In fact, he was carded. It's just been confirmed, so yellow card has been handed out to Polavili. So here's Martin trying to bury this free kick past the keeper. So Tongan's fouling has got them in a bit of trouble here. And there's another goal, well converted there by Ethan Martin. And it's 5-0. So another score there for Martin as he got it through Otukolo. And Ethan Martin with his first goal in the 15th minute. Tonga are going to have to watch their discipline in this game, because any more fouls and they'll be down from that. They'll be down to that spot again, New Zealand. Here's Hawkins. Sharplin. Here's Hawkins again. Good stuff from Otukolo. Still in the field of play though. Oh, well, Martin bangs it home, but it only must have just leaked over the line by a smidgen over there. So it's already been a tough game here for Semisi Otukolo. Losing the ball again, and Twig, there's another foul. So these fouls accumulating and getting Tonga in a bit of trouble. So these direct free kicks are going to rack up here if Tonga don't watch themselves. Once they accumulate 6, of course, in futsal, it's a direct free kick from the spot. And so it's going to be Ethan Martin again. This time Otukolo does stop it. So well done to the Tongan keeper. Still a corner though. But with 4:58 still to play. Oh, it's gone in again. Otukolo couldn't stop it. Twig's got the last touch for New Zealand. So Twig gets on the score sheet. It's his third goal for New Zealand, his first of the tournament. And Art Twig from Auckland City. Look at him sneaking in there. Always, you never know when a rebound might come off the keeper. So Twig with that goal. And it is 6-0. This goal's coming thick and fast. Had 3 in the last 3 minutes now. Polavili. I'm going to bound it here. Uhatahi, and there's the Ranger again. Tonga trying their best to create something with this tactic. It's Peter Uhatahi again, and it's going to be New Zealand possession. So 6 goals so far. Manikim, 2 to Ashby Peckham. 1 to Geordie Diffit, 1 to Ethan Martin, and to Art Twig. Sharplin now for New Zealand. Martin. Here's Twig again. Good challenge that time. Nothing wrong with that one. But unfortunately, Kefu just couldn't quite keep it in. So New Zealand will have another chance with 4:70 to play until half time. Hawkins. Early ball this time. Twig tried to put on a show. Here comes Hawkins. That's how to do it. Oban Hawkins with a very tidy goal right there for New Zealand. And it's 7-0. Very nice from Hawkins. The only South Islander in the New Zealand team. And Hawkins celebrates. That's his 8th goal for New Zealand. Could be more coming right here. Almost sneaking through to score again was Ali. Not getting that one in. High, wide and handsome Stephen Ashby Peckham. Earlier on in the half, of course, he buried one from a similar distance. Nice lay-off pass from Tonga this time, but Kefu couldn't quite link up in the end on the outside with his teammate. Now Paulson back out there. Paulson again. Hamish Gray back out there for his second stint in this game. Here's Gray again. Peckham Ali, lovely touch. Almost sneaking through right there, Hamish Gray. That would have been a very special little play from him. Now Tonga. Steele again, not bothered. Doesn't need to make a stop. He knows exactly where the goal is behind him. Such an important skill for a keeper to have. Ashby Peckham tried to link up again spectacularly there with Ali. Cut out again. Here's Ali. Makes a run now. Watakolo did well to save it, and it's cleared. Successfully that time by Tonga. It was just get the ball out of there on that occasion. Here's Ashby Peckham. Adam Paulson over to Hamish Gray. Eakins has called a timeout for New Zealand, so that's coming in a moment. The next stoppage. And Paulson not able to get that through. Otakolo. Good turn. Here comes Kefu. Good stop that time by Patrick Steele. Well, that was excellent play from Christopher Kefu. He's an exciting player. Good to see him giving it a crack to number 7 for Tonga. Oh, Paulson, in fact, that's Gray, just a little bit sloppy with that one. Kefu. Back to Fisi. New Zealand might not need this timeout with only 1:50 to go now in the first half. Gray. Ashby Peckham, little layoff to no one from Ali, but Ashby Peckham's got it back again. Good control by Paulson. That's a lovely pass. And Ali, well defended in the end by Unaloto Aho, right there on Rahan Ali. And in the end, the timeout is going to be taken by Marvin Eakins, the New Zealand coach. So with 1:28 left, 7-0. Ashby Peckham with 2 for New Zealand. And the other goal scorers, Manicum, Ditford, Martin, Twig and Hawkins. That's Fred. Good to see Fred de Jong enjoying himself and offering a lot of advice. Is that a Manchester United top? What's happening to Manchester United this season? That's a whole nother discussion entirely, isn't it? (7-0) New Zealand lead. So New Zealand are right where they need to be with a very comfortable lead. Still a minute and a half out from half time. So look to continue to build, set this, keep their standards high ahead of the semi-final. Coming up most likely against the Solomon Islands on day 4 of this tournament. Close to an 8th goal right there was Adam Paulson. Tell you, one person in this New Zealand team would love to score would be Thomas Picken. He hasn't scored a goal for his country yet. He just started his international career, but he'd love to get one here. I'm sure about that. There's Gray with the ball. There's Paulson. Picken not on court at the moment. Paulson in space. Nice deflection away by Simisi Otakolo again as we enter the last minute of this first half. To Gray with the corner. Ali. Back to Gray. Oh, that's lovely. Class, that one right there. Rahan Ali with the last touch. That was really tidy. Very nice from Ali. Rahan Ali with his 10th goal of his international career. And New Zealand go to 8. Inside the last minute of this first half, and it could be another. Tonga have got to be careful here right near the end of this first half. Ashby Peckham, and that's deflected off one of the Tongan players. Fali Papalangi. No, it hasn't in fact gone off him. Fali Papalangi did well there as we see Aho try and make something from nothing again. Steele's got it under control at the back again for New Zealand. And down court comes Stephen Ashby Peckham again, rather. Here's Paulson. Again running out of time and space there right at the end of the first half. So there we are. It is a very comfortable margin for New Zealand in this first 20 minutes here of this Group B match, Group A match rather. Half time, it's the New Zealand team leading 8-0. Well, a satisfactory first half for New Zealand, no doubt about it. It's been a tidy effort. Their execution's been solid. And they've ultimately done what needs to be done in futsal, and that's put the ball in the back of the net. No matter who you're playing, as we hit to the highlights of the first half, and plenty of them from the New Zealand team, as they helped themselves to several goals against this plucky Tongan side. And this was in the second minute. Dylan Manicum straight off the bat banged one home. That's goal number 38 for them. Now Christopher Kefu's given his all at times, and that one there by far Tonga's best chance, not able to be executed, as we saw Ashby Peckham score the second one. Again, a tidy play from a set piece. And here's the second goal, even better. Decided to unleash from long range, and that was an absolute beauty. That was arguably the best goal of the first half. So New Zealand 3-0 ahead at this stage. And there's a little nudge home by Geordie Dipford to increase the margin to 4. Taken late there, but thankfully wasn't hurt. Then we got Ethan Martin on the score sheet. That one there from a direct free kick, because by now Tonga had conceded more than 6 fouls in the first half. Art Twig nudges that one home from a goalkeeping mistake from Utakolo. 2 more goals to come in this first half, and that was Oban Hawkins getting on the score sheet with a tidy finish. And then this was very neat as well. Hamish Gray off taking the corner, and a lovely touch there from Rahan Ali to close out the first half for New Zealand. So there we are, 8-0 here at Bruce Pullman Arena. We'll be back for the second half of this game very soon. Well, pretty solid performance from New Zealand in the first half, no doubt about that, in this Pool A OFC men's football, a futsal rather, Nations Cup match. 8-0 against Tonga. 2 goals to Stephen Ashby Peckham, 1 each to Dylan Manicum, Geordie Ditford, Ethan Martin, Art Twig, Oban Hawkins and Rehan Ali. So really decent effort from them, and looking to complete pool play with 3 wins from 3 and move through to play to Solomon Islands in the semi-finals. Solomon Islands finishing second in Group B, with Tahiti topping that group. And they'll play either Fiji or Vanuatu in their semi-final. Fiji and Vanuatu meet each other in the last game today, which is day 3 of this tournament. So referee Chalmanya Wahil of New Caledonia almost all set to resume the second half. So no doubt New Zealand coach Marvin Eakins will just continue to rotate his complete squad through this game, and they've all had good minutes under their belts in this contest. And I'm sure we will get a similar strategy through the second half. So we're underway with Dylan Manicum and the New Zealand team in the second half. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching from Tonga, thank you for watching. Fingers crossed we can get a couple of goals from your team, maybe more in the second half. New Zealand look a pretty polished team, and will take pride in keeping the score down to 0. And straight away, there was almost Picken scoring in the first few seconds. Remember, he hasn't scored for New Zealand before. Good to see him getting a start in the second half. New Zealand will keep the pressure on with more possession coming. Utakolo still in goal for Tonga. Manu Tualo is still out there or the coach for Tonga is still wanting high standards for his team. And they win the ball nicely now as we see Polavili just trying a long ranger. And that would have been spectacular had Steele not been alert to that. Actually got a fingertip to it, Polavili. That was a decent effort. So a corner here for Tonga. Well, that's poorly taken that time, and here comes New Zealand. And Picken just not quite there to capitalise on that occasion. So Fisi back to Polavili. Wisniewski. Picken. Wisniewski coming forward again. Picken has it back again. Picken. Here's Dylan Manicum. This is good ball movement by New Zealand. Picken again. He had a second dig there, but in the end, Tongans were able to scramble it clear okay. Picken again, back to Wisniewski. Nice control by Manicum, and plenty of pace on that pass from Wisniewski that time. Manicum disappointed he didn't keep that one in the field of play. Anoroto Aho, 20 years of age. Number 3, keep your eye on him, a talented prospect. It's Polavili. Tries to find Kefu, but not able to be kept in by Sita Leki Fisi. Here's Pickin. Here's Ditfit making a run up the middle after passing to Wisniewski, and now Manicum dropping deep again. And this tactics we saw from New Zealand in the first half a lot. Just happy to knock it around the halfway line. Try and manipulate that defence around. Now Pickin. Kefu there to save the day for Tonga. And now Polifili. Good work, his Kefu. Oh, that might rebound okay for Aho. And Polifili again. Well, it was better from Tonga that time as Unoloto Aho getting a second start today. Started against Vanuatu. Now Dylan Manicum. It's guided back to Otukolo. Nice and solid at the back from Tonga. That's what Tonga would want to tighten right up their defence. After a first half, they've conceded 30 goals in the tournament now. In fact, it's 37. It's a tough tournament for Tonga, for sure. With some well-coached and well-drilled opponents that they've faced across their three pool games. Well, that's given away in midfield. Here's Wisniewski. Now Thomas Pickin again. Good pass. Ditfit almost getting around that defender. What a great challenge that was. That was very nicely done by Fisi to anticipate that. So mass changes again for New Zealand's team as we see 4 new outfield players introduced into the game. Martin back out there, Sharplin, Hawkins, and Art Twig has come into the game too. But the beautiful thing for New Zealand is that there's been very little drop-off in standard with these substitutes coming into the game at all. They all look skilled players of equal ability, and also Twig was prowling for a second right there. If he'd scored that, though, that would have been in complete contrast to his first goal of the game, which was just a simple tap and half a metre out, but it would have been really pleasant for Art Twig. Unoloto Aho still with the possession. Polivili, he's lost it as well. Here comes Sharplin. Nice play to Martin. Can't quite link up with Twig again. And Polivili, who's made a number of stops in the heart of that defence for Tonga, has done so again there as we see Steele involved to bring the ball back through Casey Sharplin. Hawkins. In Tonga, able to get through the first 5 minutes of the second half by not conceding a goal. So this is the longest period of the game now where Tonga haven't conceded a goal. With goals regularly coming through the first half. Polivili. So delicately plays it over to Kefu, but he's surrounded by white shirts. And now here's Hawkins. Couldn't quite link up with Twig. Here's Hawkins once more. Sharplin, in fact, rather. Well, he's lost it. Twig's right there. Oh, but I tell you what, Otukolo did well to come out there. It was good authoritative play by Tonga's keeper. Basically said, I'm not letting you grab that one. Kefu. Again, the double team works nicely for New Zealand. Not able to retain the ball. Oh, that was that little play in front of goal again, that time for Hawkins. But again, Otukula does a fantastic job. So this is very nice from Tonga. They're defending more efficiently so far in the second half. Let's hope that continues. Here he is, Emaloto Polavili. He was a OFC Nation Cup rep last year too for Tonga. A few players backing up from that one, including Otukolo, the keeper. The only other one out there at the moment that was in that category. A couple on the subs bench. But, we've got a few players injured at the moment too for Tonga, including Sione Tuifangaloka. He would have been out there at some stage during this match, I've got no doubt about that, but unfortunately he's injured and not playing today. And also Vailutu is on 2 yellow cards and suspended for this clash as well. It's well done by Polavili. And he hasn't been shy and given it a crack, has he? Good effort there from Emaloto Polavili. Yes, he gave it everything in a rare incursion into New Zealand's half for him in this game. Adam Paulson back out there now. And in possession now for New Zealand. Here's Ashby Peckham again. 2 goals for him, remember, in the first half. Paulson again. Long ranger. But again, Otukolo was up to the task, but it's still going to be New Zealand ball as Ali was sniffing around for the rebound. All good futsal players get close to the keeper, looking for that rebound to poke in. We saw a couple of goals scored in that fashion by New Zealand in the first half. Oh, and that one is in. Adam Paulson has scored. His 4th for New Zealand, his first of the tournament. And there is the first goal of the second half, and it was a ripper too from Adam Paulson in the 28th minute. It's a long goal, long time coming, that goal for New Zealand. I tell you, Adam Paulson is a spitting image of his brother, isn't he? There's Alex Paulson, the Phoenix keeper. Very good keeper too, he is. And New Zealand win it back again. So 9-0 now. Here's Paulson again. Oh, he's having fun now. Back-to-back goals in the space of seconds for Paulson. It's 10-0. Brilliant goal for Adam Paulson. Well, 10-0 now. 2 goals in the space of seconds. Those goals were only 25 seconds apart in terms of playing time. That's pretty impressive from Adam Paulson. Ali in there. A real nuisance, isn't he, up front for any defender. So here's Paulson. Ashby Peckham. It's deflected away for a corner. So a chance now for New Zealand to maybe execute a play from a set piece. Sure, they've got something up their sleeves here. Oh, it's just a little crash ball into the centre. Tonga good enough to look after it, the Kefu. They're giving Kefu absolutely no space, the New Zealanders. Of course, that's another point, isn't it? Marvin Eakins will be wanting New Zealand to really be tight defensively. I'm sure he would have set his team some defensive challenges in this game. after they conceded 5 goals across the first 2 games, New Zealand. Oh, that's lovely. And Tonga not able to get a shot on target through Viliami Falavai. Because New Zealand will need to be tight against the Solomon Islands in their semi-final, which is coming up on day 4 of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. Otukolu does well to stop that one for Tonga. Taken by Ashby Peckham. Here's Gray. Oh, tipped away by Otukolu. Oh, tricky little backheel from Rahan Ali. Was close call. Ashby Peckham. Good challenge. Now Kefu on the break. Ashby Peckham does brilliantly to win it back though for New Zealand. And nice play by Fisi over there. Paulson. That is very nice. There's the 11th goal for New Zealand. Ashby Peckham. Very nice indeed. Futsal's a very pretty sport when things click. There's no doubt about it. And there's his hat-trick, Stephen Ashby Peckham. And that second goal will live long in the memory. And that's just tidy. So 11-0. And here's Paulson on the charge again. Oh, yes. Lovely play there from Gray. And this time it is Ali who gets the goal. Well, 4 goals now since half-time. And, well, that hard work by Tonga to keep New Zealand scoreless for so long. And now it's opening right up again for New Zealand. Kefu flirting with danger again. So that goal there coming only 13 seconds of playing time after the Ashby Peckham goal. Otukolu does well. So Ashby Peckham with 3 now, Ali with 2, Paulson with 2. Are the multiple goal scorers for New Zealand in this game. Here's Chaplin, or Sharplin rather. Back out there too is Wisniewski. Picking out there, and Sharplin again. So again, opportunity for several of these players to get some minutes under their belt as Twig now is up front for New Zealand, occupying that Ali role where he just stays high, looking for rebounds, looking for deflections. Aho for Tonga, and now Matieli Aho. Polavili again. So yes, it's tough not only for Tonga to concede all of these goals and work hard, but they are down on troops a little bit, as I touched on earlier. A suspension injury affecting their squad today. What can Tonga do here as Fisi feeds it to Atieli Aho, but their time on the ball was brief. Here comes New Zealand again with just under 8 to play. Eakins will still want the disciplines of his team to stay strong here, despite the scoreline. Don't forget we have one more game coming in this session today, and it is Vanuatu against Fiji, with the winner of that game going through to play Tahiti in the semi-finals. And that is going to be a fascinating clash. So that one's coming up at 7 o'clock New Zealand time. That's basically, if you're watching outside in the Pacific somewhere, it's an hour and 45 minutes from now. And that's a great stop. Oh, no, it isn't. Hard luck for Otokolu as Wisniewski gets on the score sheet. Very nice finish by Logan Wisniewski. Well, he couldn't resist to have a dig from long range. And in it goes for Logan Wisniewski, the 22-year-old. So that is 13 now for New Zealand. In fact, it's been ruled an own goal by the officials. Here's another one, perhaps. Saved off the line by Polavili. Good work there by the central defender. So Wisniewski, not going to be a goal for him, unfortunately. Just under 7 to play. Rare chance for Tonga at the other end of the court by Tautua. And here's picking for New Zealand. Otokolu continues in goal for the Tongan team. It's better. Polavili. Again, the space shut down nicely there by New Zealand's Art Twig. And it's tidied up by Patrick Steele, who looks like he's getting the full game today. Mike Antamanov has, looks like, got the day off, and I'm sure we'll be back for the semi-finals. Back it goes to Wisniewski. And that is off Fale Papalangi, so it's going to be New Zealand possession again. Here's Wisniewski. Oh, yep, at the near post. Palming it away nicely again was Otokolu. So more changes for New Zealand as Sharplin comes off. They're doing what they need to do, this New Zealand team. Difford back out there, and straight away you can see the urgency lift with Manicum out there too. To Steele. Here's Hawkins. And now Ditford. Whoops, there's a communication breakdown. It's Hawkins and Ditford. Just lose touch with each other for a moment. Now Fisi. Oops, and the same thing's just happened there to Polavili, except that was 100% unforced error right there. So Diffit now with the ball for New Zealand. Here's Martin. Manikim. It's Hawkins wide out on that left side, and again New Zealand deliberately moving into the area now. Goes Manikim. Oh, that would have been pretty had that gone in, but it wasn't to be for Dylan Manikim. Remember, he got the first goal in the second minute of the game. Nicely controlled by Kefu. Well, it was lonesome up there and unfortunately couldn't keep it in the field of play. But you can see how New Zealand got back very quickly to defend that potential play. Here's Diffit. Manikim. Lovely little lob pass. And Otakolo didn't use his hands there, which was just as well because he was outside the area. So 4:25 to play. 8 goals in the first half, 5 in the second for New Zealand, who will wrap up top spot in this pool. And we'll play the Solomon Islands in the semi-finals coming up tomorrow. Kefu trying to squeeze between those two defenders. But again, New Zealand have kept the talented Tongan player relatively quiet in this game. Hawkins. Manikim. And that was Ethan Martin with that play. And Otakolo struggling a little bit. He has had a mountain of work to do in this game. He's at the heart of the line, the Tongan captain today. Looks like he must have just picked up some cramp there. Manu Tuala won't be keen to lose his keeper, who's had a gutsy game. Looks like he's okay to continue. Wow. He's going to sub out of the game, which we'll see. Yeah, Fuxi Yeki will come on, due to the rules, of course, where injury he needs to come off. So Fuxi Yeki coming on to replace him. Off Manikim. Peter Uhatahi is there, number 5. And Aho can't make something of the situation. Here comes New Zealand again. This is Martin. Oh, yes. Martin buries that one. Second goal of the game for him. 14-0. Martin got one in the 15th minute of the game in the first half, and he gets a second goal there. And yes, well finished by Ethan Martin. And he's under pressure straight off the bat here is Palapapalangi. Good hustling there by New Zealand. Oh, unfortunately, all the good work undone there. So Fisi back to Palapapalangi. Now here's Uhatahi again. Bit of a change at the back now with Polavili not on court at the moment. Here's Manikim. Martin on the ball now for New Zealand. Here's Picken again. So 6 goals in the second half. Paulson with a couple. Ashby Peckham. Ali. And then the own goal before Martin scored. As we see Paulson. Nice play. Good save by Faxieki. He did really well there to keep New Zealand at bay. The replacement keeper. So just under 2 to play. Here's Kefu. Good to see Christopher Kefu still firing at the other end of the court. He's been playing with 100% effort, as all of these Tongas have been. That's a nice play. Paulson got on the road there of that shot from Aho. Long ranger off the post. That hit the post, that one. Tonga close to scoring. That would have been an amazing goal for Peter Uhatahi. Here's Paulson. Geez, some power in that cross, wasn't there? So down court comes Uhatahi. Maybe one last chance here for Tonga. Can't quite link up with Kefu again. So tidy, a really tidy performance from New Zealand. Marvin Eakins has his team humming along nicely, the defending champions, as they will move into the semi-finals against the Solomon Islands. Reminding that Tahiti are also in the semi-finals, having beaten New Caledonia early today by 5 goals to 3. That means Tahiti topped Group B. They'll play the winner of the next match, the last match coming up today between Fiji and Vanuatu. Lovely play. And Paulson was there for a hat-trick opportunity, but couldn't quite seal the deal. Oh, bit of a sandwich there for Twig. with just under 30 to play now. So, yes, a tough tournament for Tonga, no doubt about it, but it's great international experience for them, isn't it? Great for them to come to New Zealand and experience this tournament, as we see a good job by FUTSAL again to get that one under control for Tonga. So Tonga quite happy, it seems, to just play up the clock now. And that will be the end of the game, with New Zealand completing a very comfortable win here. They win over Tonga by 14 goals to nil. Stephen Ashby Peckham with 3. Other multiple goal scorers in the game were Ethan Martin with 2, Adam Paulson with 2, and Rahan Ali with 2. Also on the score sheets today, Dylan Manicum, Geordie Ditford, Art Twig, Oban Hawkins, and there was an own goal in there as well. So New Zealand winning by 14 to nil. Let's have a look at the highlights of this match for you. And they pretty much came from New Zealand right from the start, with Dylan Manicum getting the first just 2 minutes into the game, just sneaking it through there. Beautifully finished by Manicum. It's not easy to score from wide out like that. Tonga had a good chance in the first half there. Unfortunately, their number 8, Manu Oleva'o, couldn't get it on target. There's the second goal for New Zealand, Ashby Peckham. Johnny on the spot, right close to the goal. And this one couldn't have been more contrasting, as he nailed it from long range. Very nice finish there. 3-0 after 10 minutes. Then Geordie Ditford got one in there. As all good futsal players up front do, they always look for those rebounds off the keeper. And Ditford got in there to score another goal for New Zealand. That's his 12th of his career. There's a goal from a direct free kick, because Tonga had conceded 6 fouls in the first half. And it was Ethan Martin getting one home. And there's another goal off a rebound from the keeper. That's our Twig scoring the 6th for New Zealand. Hawkins got on the score sheet with that. That was a very classy finish from Oban Hawkins. And then just before half-time, right on half-time, this one from Rahan Ali. Followed it up nicely. Started off quite deep, ran into the area and just tucked it home nicely. So New Zealand, a very comfortable lead at half-time. There's that long ranger early in the second half from Polavili. That was a pretty decent effort, to be fair, wasn't it? Looked like it was just going to miss anyway, but it was still a great shot. And that one there was a beauty from Adam Paulson. That got New Zealand to 9, and then just a matter of seconds later, he got a second from a tight angle, that one. Off the left foot too. Beautifully finished by Adam Paulson. 3 minutes later, a hat-trick was secured in the game for Ashby Peckham. Lovely little back heel there from Ali. And Ashby Peckham tucked it away nicely. Very nice. Here's the second goal of the game for Ali. This is New Zealand's 12th. Beautifully worked move. Great run up the middle from Paulson. Good pass from Hamish Gray, and Ali finished it away. And then Wisniewski with this one. But it's been ruled an own goal. Just looked like tough one there for Wisniewski not to get that one locked away. And here's Martin with the last goal of the game. And that came about 5 minutes out from the end of the match. So let's get some after-match reaction now. Player of the match is Stephen Ashby Peckham. Let's hear from him now.
Stephen, congratulations, player of the match and a win for your side. You must be very satisfied.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Happy to get 3 wins out of 3 in the group stage, and now just going to focus on the semi-final.
It'll be Solomon Islands in that semi-final. Have you had much opportunity to watch their matches up to this point so far?
Yeah, we've caught a few of their games so far, and they're always an exciting side and always going to be a big challenge. So yeah, we're going to focus for that, and I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
What sort of challenge do you think you'll face from them that you maybe haven't had so far in the group stage?
Well, just individually, I think they're all quite skillful and talented, and they've got a really good knowledge of the game as well. So it's going to be a big challenge for us for sure.
And heading into the semi-finals, 3 wins from 3 in the group stage, very satisfactory. But what areas could you look to improve on before that semi-final?
Just for us, just keeping the standards high. We know what we're capable of, but yeah, just holding each other accountable and keeping the standards high within the team.
Well, congratulations on the win today, and good luck in the Final Four.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Well, solid effort there from Ashby Peckham, and sure they've got always something to work on, as athletes and teams always search for that perfect game, don't they? Never give up trying. As we get some reaction now from Tonga's coach, who is, of course, Manu Tuilau.
Now live with the Tonga head coach. A difficult one for you out there today. What was your feelings after 40 minutes of action?
I was very proud of the boys. They did their best despite the results. Because of our we short of our 2 players. I'm really proud of the boys. They given their best today. Thank you.
And despite not advancing to the semi-finals, I'm sure it'll be a good experience for your young team. What do you think that they'll learn from the last 3 matches?
I think they will learn a lot from the movement and from attack, and because we experienced the 3 different kind of defense from the start. They learn a lot from their game.
And still a playoff semi-final to come. What will be the message to your team after the group stage heading into that playoff semi?
Stay in the game and never give up.
Awesome. Well, congratulations so far and good luck for your next match.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got me on the same side. Marvin, congratulations on the victory. 3 wins from 3 in the group stage. You must be very satisfied.
Yeah, I think if you could offer any team 3 wins from 3, you'd take it. And I'm pretty proud about how we've kind of gone about that. Each game's had its own different challenges, and the guys have kind of risen each time.
So it'll be Solomon Islands in the semi-final. How much have you seen of them so far in their group stage?
We've watched every minute, if I'm honest. It's kind of the game everyone wants, I think, to see, and we're kind of itching to have another round with them because they're such a good side.
In terms of the challenge that they'll present, how much of a difference do you think that will be from what you've experienced in the 3 group matches so far?
The Solomons are special in what they do. Their individual ability has always been kind of revered in the region, and they've still got that, their ability to score goals and the passion that they always have when they jump on that court.
And today it was a big win for your team. What was the message to your side before kick-off today?
Things we were trying to focus on was really just quality. Making sure that we did things well and at the right times. And after a bit of a slower start, due to a really resolute Tongan side, it took us a while to get going. But the guys kind of lifted and got there in the end, and we saw some nice goals.
Well, got to be happy with 3 wins from 3, but if there are any areas for improvement before you face the Solomon Islands, what would they be?
To be honest, I think we're on the right track. I think we'll go into that game feeling pretty good, and I think just building 5% on everything we've been doing.
Well, congratulations on the win today, and good luck against Solomons.
Thank you.
Well, there we are, folks. Marvin Aikens there with his thoughts on New Zealand's 14-0 win over Tonga in their last pool match of Pool A. There is one more match to go, and it's going to be a beauty between Vanuatu and Fiji. There's a lot at stake with the winner of that game progressing through to the semi-finals against Tahiti on day 4 of this tournament. We hope you can join us then. Kick off in about an hour and 20 minutes. Bye.